Hi friends, welcome to another beginner friendly tutorial where I'll be showing you how to model this beautiful bike key. So this tutorial I will show it to you in three parts. In part 1 I will show you how to model this basic shape of the key. Then I will show you how to add these details. At the same time, if I just show you the wireframe, you will see I always focus on doing quad based topology, and you can see I am not doing any uh, fancy that boolean thing. Okay, no boolean modifier used here. Using pure subdue workflow, I'll be doing it so that, and my goal is to teach you this process so that you can apply it in your 3D modeling practice, and you can use it to model any other similar hard surface design that you see across your room or in your locality. Okay, so as part of this, I have also going to show you few additional modeling exercise like this, right? You can see if I zoom in it a little bit, maybe I hide that overlay to give a better view. You see, if you look at this, you will understand. Let me do one thing. Let me enable that viewport things little bit, denoise. Yeah, now it looks much better. Okay, so if you look at this, these are following simple quad based topology. Let me enable the overlay again. Okay, and yeah, I mean it will be very simple once you know how to do it. Okay, so yeah, again, let me show you without an overlay. Let's jump to a simple blender scene without any existing thing, and then we'll see how to do it. Okay, let's exit out of it, go to blender, and like all my other tutorial, you need only one thing, the loop tools. Loop tools and F2, these are the only major add-ons that I use. Okay, apart from that, I don't think you need anything else. Screencast is there, so I will first start with a simple plane. Let me go to top view, move it to y-axis. Okay, then go to edit mode and move it a bit further. Now to create that curved notches here, you might think that how I did it. It is very simple actually. So let's say I start with around 50 cuts. Okay, or maybe not 50, maybe say 35. Okay, and then what I can do, let me just scale this thing just to give it a nice shape so that it looks like a key. And to make that circular cut, I will use a simple proportional edit with spherical as my profile. Okay, and just move it along X like this. I think that is good. Same thing goes for here. I would encourage you to experiment with it as much as you want. Okay, there is nothing harm in trying something out. Okay, so yeah, because only with learning you will learn something new, right? Maybe you can teach me that as well. I will be eager to looking for your comments. Okay, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Maybe I can scale them a little bit like this. Maybe what I can do, I can just move it like this. That is also fine. Maybe move it like this. Yeah, this looks like a key to me. Maybe I move it like this. Okay, now what I do, first let's apply some subdivision and see. I can see that yes, with the subd it is holding my shape pretty good, so I just remove that subdivision. Now what I need to do, I need to give it some thickness, but before applying the thickness, let's create those cuts. You remember that there I showed you, right? There were two special type of cut. Now it is pretty easy. You just use a knife cut tool, press A to make it constrained along an axis. Okay, and let's do some cut here, also some cut here, because in the original thing where I showed you that I'll be creating cuts along this curved surface as well as in the middle. Maybe I can do another cut here. Okay. Okay, and let's do one thing. Extrude it a little bit. Okay, doesn't matter how much you extrude, you can always tweak it later. So many, let me first do this thing, this one, the central part first. This will be a very easy one to do. Let me try to do an inset. No, not inset. Let me do one thing. Let me try to see first by doing extrusion, normal extrusion, what happens. If you do extrusion like this, you will see it will create one bad face, right? It's become very difficult to work with at this stage. Okay, that is many beginners do this kind of mistake. So what you need to do, instead of doing normal extrusion, press Alt E and do extrude manifold, so that your mesh is manifold. Manifold means where there is no open face, okay, and no overhang edge. Earlier you have seen that the edge was not proper, so this is a proper manifold mesh. Okay, it doesn't have any opening. Now we need to correct the topology. Again, it is not that difficult. Let me do one thing, add some loop cut here, just correct this here. Okay, and this part is done. Now we need to think about this area. Okay, let me create, maybe I want it to extend up from here, and then maybe deselect this thing. So like that one, let me also extrude manifold on the Z axis. Okay, now I want to make this transition, instead of sharp, I want it to be gradual like this. Okay, and also I want to make a groove here. So for two different groove, I will be teaching you two different stages. Okay, how to do that. So first step, let's press, I need to basically separate it and do it. For that, what I need to do, I need an anchor point. Where I have to put the anchor point? Anchor point need to be put here. So that means my curvature will ultimately end here. Okay, so what I have to do, just select this vertex and move your cursor to the selected, and remember to change your pivot point to the 3D cursor. Now instead of selecting this thing manually, press Shift G, select coplanar, so that all the planars on the same range will get selected. Now we need to isolate them. How you will isolate? Press Shift H. Okay, now just select this edge as Z0. Okay, now what it has done, it has only put the edge to the 3D cursor. If you press Alt H, you will see it has done only like that, but it did not move the other edges. How to do that? Again, it is very easy. You need to enable that proportional edit, but remember to make this sharp as your profile. Now I need to increase this radius so that I can decide how many edges I will select as a part of this proportional addition. I have done that. Now is Z0. Now you notice that if I press Alt H, all these edges got nicely, they got nicely displaced. Okay, and now it is very smooth now. Now for this one, I will show you a bit different. Many of you might know this, but still I will teach you. So press G, and okay, I don't need the proportional edit now, otherwise it would cause problem. And make it individual origin. So there are two ways you can do. You can either press GG and GG and move it like this. Okay, that way you can do it. My distance you can do. Another thing is that you have your snapping point set at vertex. Press Control and G and Control and move it there. Grab one vertex, press G, Control and move it, so that it will snap to that vertex. Okay, that way also you can do it. Now what about moving the other edges? Very simple, just press G, press Z and just move it. Okay, so I am receiving getting almost same result, but here it is a bit manual, here it is very smooth, right? So it doesn't matter, because normally when you will model it, it will be so tiny that it will be very difficult to notice the difference between that shape. Okay. Okay, coming to the point. Now what I have to do now, I need to bevel these edges, because if you see, if I do the bevel, it will not look good. Okay, see, really awful. Let me again enable the flat shading, go to there. Okay, let me select this face angle. Now it is important to choose these edges properly. Okay, you will understand why that is very much necessary, why I am giving that much of emphasis to them. Okay, so yeah, I'm selecting almost all the edges here. I think, yeah, looks good to my eyes. I'm not missing any major edges here. Now add bevel. So like always, I will give profile shape 1 to keep that boundary intact, and mitered outer should be set to arc. Okay, now yeah, now I think we are done. Okay, here is some error, some n-gons. Let's handle those. And what I can do, I can maybe select it like this, or maybe I can also connect it here, and this one I can remove, but I still need to connect it here. Okay, and obviously I don't think I need this, but let me see. This vertex contains so many edges. What to do about them? Okay, let's think. I have one vertex here, so let me move it little bit here. Guys, one thing I would like to mention, this kind of challenges will come to you all the time. Okay, don't try to follow what I am doing. Try to understand the topology, right? Like, I mean, try to see how this edge flow will happen, right? Okay, and also time to time check if there is no duplicate vertex. Like just now you see there were some duplicate vertices, right? So it removed 9 vertices, and make sure that your vertex have 4 edges emitting from it. Okay, not more than 4, especially on the edge. If it happens on the planar surface, it is okay, but on a edge, a vertex should not be emitting more than 4 edges. That will be a recipe for disaster. Trust me, I have been to that stage many a times. Okay, now let me see. Okay, by the way, here is another bonus tips. If you want to check if your model have a proper quad thing, what you can do, let me see. Similar amount of adjacent faces. No, not this one. Faces by side. Yeah, here it is showing all the faces with 4 vertices. Let me see something with greater than. Okay, here is only 1, so it is very easy to correct. Tell me how you'd correct it. Very easy. Just move it like, move it like this and connect it to one of these, maybe this topology here. Okay, and just move it like this, just to give it a nice look. It doesn't matter, I'm just doing it for sake of look. And obviously it is also very important thing to give keep your make sure that in your mesh you have a always nice distribution of the face size. Okay, now what you can do, again another bonus tips, you can merge vertices like this. Okay, also you can do one thing, select all the vertices, merge at center. That will be also good. Now I can remove this thing. By the way, I can see here is one thing causing might cause problem. Let me connect it like this, and similarly for this one, let me remove it and connect it to this side. Okay, so this is top part done. Let me do the same for the bottom part. merge at center, merge at center. What I am doing by this way is I am creating a topology 1 to 2. Okay, you will understand. So I have selected these alternate edges, and let me show you from the top side. Okay, let me dissolve it. What you are seeing now, that from this one line I am creating two edges and routing that uh, edge flow this way. That way, when you apply the subdivision, the bevel will be intact, and this bevel edges is not going around the entire mesh. Okay, I'm just merging it on this planar surface and creating a nice topology. You will believe me what I am saying when I apply the subdivision. Now look at this. Let me add shade smooth. See, no artifacts, nothing, right? Let me show you. If you don't believe my word, let me show you it by the matte cut. Pretty good, right? If you don't, still not happy, check this one. Okay, so this is the very first part of the key done. Let me make a backup of it. Key 1, and yeah, GX, let's move it. And now let's quickly create that base of the key. So for that, what I do, let's put the origin to the geometry. Set origin to geometry I have done. Move the cursor to the center, move it to the selection to the cursor, and move it like this. So what I have done, if you see in front view, it is arranged roughly to the middle of my mesh. Okay, if you want to be exactly geometrical thing, you also can do it, but this is not the tutorial to do that. So quickly, let's see how to create that uh, that knob of it. Okay, so let me just scale it a little bit. Okay, and yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with it. Okay, let's scale it a little bit to make it looks proportional. Okay, it looks pretty okay. Now looks good. Now add some loop cut here just to flatten out the things a little bit. And next, what I can do, let me see what I can do. This looks right. What I can do now, let me extrude this along the Z axis. By the way, let me go to the studio shading. I think it takes makes that our system a bit slow. Okay, so let me do like this. Select boundary loop. Let me space out the things a little bit. Okay, sorry, I should have selected the entire region. Select loop inner region, and move it a little bit upish. Again, you can experiment with this kind of design any way you like. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule that you need to follow this or that. I'm just experimenting with it whatever way I want. Okay, you also can do it once you learn how to do it correctly. Okay, so what I did, I just removed that fish because I wanted to create some circular shape here. So it is very easy. So what you can do, that extrude, maybe scale a little bit, then extrude scale 0, and don't apply merge all everything because I need to create this thing here. Then I can merge all the duplicate vertex. Why I had to do it? Because normally if you do the extrude and scale, it creates duplicate vertex, right? But if you remove it straight away, right, you won't be able to create these concentric circles. Okay, that is something you need to remember. Now I selected this vertex and I want to move it, but the thing is that as this mesh is pretty small, you see, if I try to cover everything, it will also move the other part of the mesh, like from upper side you will see it looks good, but lower part also it will impact. Okay, so what I'll do, I will isolate this mesh. Okay, pressing shift H, select this vertex, and then I will move it. Okay, now press Alt H, you will see the lower part did not got impacted. Okay, so this is again a very nice tips you should remember and try to implement it in your workflow. Okay, so I think that's pretty much maybe what I can do just to make it a bit more interesting. Let me add a little bit of this bevel thing and extrude face along normal. Okay, yeah, I think this is okay. Okay, maybe what I can do, if you see this here, I need the vertices to be spaced evenly. Okay, let's do that. Sorry, uh, yeah. Also this sorry, uh, anyway, that topology part, let's keep it. It will take a lot of time if I try to show you each and every part of it hands by hand. And let's do one thing, let me quickly show it by applying some material and see if it is looking good. Just apply one new, let's call it metallic roughness, make it like this. And this one, instead of creating a again simple thing in the from Blender kit, if you go and search for plastic, you will find some very nice thing. One material that I am very big fan of is Nikon plastic. Okay, so let's see in the material preview how it looks. Just give it some time. It says 1 minute, one item remaining. It should be quick. Yeah, so you can see it looks pretty good, right? Okay, now maybe what I can do, go to that right view and just align it marginally here. Okay, by the way, if you I mean, my goal was to teach you, show you to do this thing. What you can do, you can also create some groove here. Okay, just cut out some groove here and make that design to look a bit more professional, but for the sake of tutorial I'm skipping it, otherwise it will take a lot of time. And now let's do the other part. Okay, the other part is in how did I flatten out that thing. So if you see, this is the part, right? So what I can do now, let's see. Let me create one edge here. Okay, let me look at, okay, let me go to the solid view and let me see. Yeah, this looks good. And what I will do now, as I told you, I want to create some, make it flat, right? Yeah, like this. So what I can do now, I will just select all these edges till what I want to flatten them. Okay, maybe I can disable the subdivision modifier in the edit mode. So what I have done, I have selected all the faces which is along this curved area. Okay, now how to flatten them? Okay, I will not flatten them straight away. I will first extrude it along the x-axis. Okay, then I will say as okay, disable that proportional edit as x0. Now I have flattened it. Now I will move it along this vertex. You know the drill, right? Just press G, press Ctrl and just merge it there. Now just merge it by distance. It will take care of everything. Okay. Now if you look at this, you see it created some ugly hinge. I will go into X-ray vision and just putting it like this. Also put this vertical. Why I went to X-ray vision? Because I want to select both the vertex. Without X-ray mode, if you select, it will select the top one. The lower one will be left untouched. That's why you need to do it. Again, remember this bonus tip, it is very important. Okay, so I think that's pretty much about it. What I can do, I can maybe sorry, I can maybe add another loop cut and just extend them little bit along that z axis. So I'll choose median sz like this to tighten the corners a little bit. Okay, now you see I got this kind of design. Okay, so I hope that you really understood, and if you had any fear about modeling this kind of design, you would have you don't have any fear now. Okay, now let's do some advanced thing. So for that, let me go to one less subdivision because I want to model something. So what is that? I want to model that this part. Okay, uh, sorry, I should have selected these two. Okay, just wanted to just have little small notch here. Let's move it like this, y0, and I will just do a loop cut here, do a loop cut here, and what else I can do? I'll just bridge edge loop. Okay, and now from top view, just align, go to vertex mode. Okay, by the way, let's apply subdivision to see how it looks. It looks pretty good. So what I'll do, I'll just scale it like this to give it a nice round shape, and maybe I can grab it along Y. Okay, also let's grab it like this, and maybe you want to again, nothing to judge here. Feel free to experiment the way any way you want. And now let's create a nice ring, because it is good to have some nice ring to it, right? So how to do that? Again, very simple. What you can do is just I will show you how to do it from scratch. Okay, so for example, let me do one thing. This is the key, this is that key base, and let's parent this thing, because I don't want to sorry, what I think I missed something. Okay, parent object done. Let me see if I applied the scales properly or not. Yeah, scaling is done, this is done, key one is here, key one, this is the backup. Okay, I just tidied up my things. So this is my parent now, moved it here, and now I need to create the ring. Okay, so how to do that? Simple. Add a single vertex here. Okay, and move it along X. Okay, doesn't matter. So what you can do now, add a modifier and generate, I think that is called screw, right? And screw modifier, what you can do, let's give a bit higher count, let's say 32. Yeah, 32 is fine, and give it a screw height of 0.08 maybe. Okay, give 2 iteration. I just wanted to make it 2 such thing. Maybe 0.08 is too high. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, again, I am not going more than 32, because anyway when I will apply subdivision at a later stage, it will be pretty much okay. So I applied 0.01 screw height length and 2 iteration. If you want, you can make it larger, doesn't matter. That is done. Now how to give it a thickness? Again, I will convert it to curve, go to curve, and here I need geometry, and let's give a roundness of, you remember there I gave 0.1, so here I will give 0.05. Okay, that will give me a nice such thing. And let me reduce this resolution. I don't need that much of resolution. I don't want to fill cap because it will anyway create one n1. So what I'll do instead, I'll just convert it to a mesh. Okay, and this one I will just maybe do a grid fill. Same for this one, do a grid fill. Okay, and apply to division subdivision. Okay, you know the deal. It's not a big deal. Just select these two edges, just do a bevel. Okay, pretty easy, nice, like nice ring you have created now. And for this one also you can add this metal here. And now the easy part. Okay, let me increase the size a bit, move it around here. Okay, RY like this, and I think let me move it like this. I think pretty much right. If you want, it can be two way you can do. You can either apply rigid body modifier, but for that thing you need to convert it to a mesh, apply collision, all this thing. Yeah, that will take a separate maybe separate class is needed. Okay, so for now you can see that our base key ring is ready. Let's put it on a plane. By the way, let me do one thing. This key size is pretty high, right? You can say 2 meter. 2 meter cannot be a key, right? So let's try to give it a size. Say how much? Say 3 centimeter. I think 3 centimeter is good, right? Okay. Apply the same scale here. Okay. Looks pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. So that created our sorry, let me scale it a bit. The scale size is pretty high and this is very small. So selection to cursor. Yeah, now I think we are good. Okay, let me go to front view, rotate it a little bit. Again, I'm just eyeballing it. Please feel free to experiment any way you want. Just for the sake of tutorial, I'm spending some time doing some manual correction. You don't need to do it. Okay. Okay, I think that will do for now. Maybe not. Okay, I'll just give it a quick render to see if it looks good. Yeah, it looks perfectly fine. Okay, the scale is off. No need to worry. You just experiment with this scaling a little bit. Maybe tone down 50, 100, or maybe I should have make it 500. This one should have been 300. Yeah, now it looks much better. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's quickly add some environmental texture and see how it looks with that. Take something which is indoor. Okay, pretty much right. So yeah, I think we have done a very fantastic job out of it. In about 20 minutes or so, we have created this beautiful looking thing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so with that, I want to say thank you. I hope I have succeeded to teach you something today. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and share your comments. Okay, till then I will try to come up with some other new tutorial and see what else I can teach you in my next upcoming tutorial. Thank you guys. Bye.